Hi everyone, welcome to my first ever video. There's my face. I'm Michelle from Michelle's Fun Finds. Here we are, we're walking into a flea market. And this day, it was a pretty nice day outside. So I'm sorry, my camera's going to be all over the place and I'm doing a voiceover only because it's my first video. And yeah, so thanks for joining me. I know it's going to be a little jumpy and stuff, but I will get better, I promise. So stick with me for this journey. There we have some cookie jars. Some vintage toys. We're in the Buffalo, New York area, so East Aurora and Fisher-Price is really close by. So we always have a lot of Fisher-Price vintage toys in our area, and you see them quite regularly. So here we are just going through someone's booth at the flea market. I'm not sure that I find anything really in here, but I like to show you what we have available in our area. It's always interesting to see different parts of the country and what they have. I spin around a lot, so I'm sorry, but you'll see some of the prices, and they're usually pretty willing to negotiate with you. I'm very specific in what I pick up and I sell on Whatnot. I don't like to pick up bigger things. I will if they are super great, but they have to really be super great. Only because the shipping is a lot harder when it's a bigger item, and it costs a lot more for the buyer. Some artwork. Oh my gosh, the precious moments. If only I knew when I was a kid that those were not going to pay for my retirement. I wouldn't have collected as many, maybe. They were cute, though, and I did like them at the time. Some interesting puzzles there. It's funny what you see when you look back at your videos that you don't remember seeing in person when you were there. I like the flowers on that little figurine there. Is that maybe a chocolate pot there I see? We're just going to spin around again because why not? I don't know. Those dolls, I didn't know what they were, and I still don't know what they are. People just hanging out. Oh, here we go. Look at that cookie jar. And look at this guy. Yep, here we are somewhere else. I don't know what he's doing. It's like a chef. Oh, I thought this planter was really neat on the bottom here. It was like a little Bambi planter. Oh, and we have some salt and peppers. Those are oil and vinegar and salt and pepper all in one, which I thought were interesting. My video techniques need to get a little bit better, but they will as time goes, I'm sure. To be honest, I just kind of look at those. Aren't those great? Sorry, I'm a really big person that yells squirrel a lot because I just jump from one thing to the next. But yeah, I need to get a little bit better. And I wasn't really holding the camera in a way that was best for videoing. I tend to move the camera around, but I'm not looking through the camera when I'm recording. So I don't even know what it's pointed at half the darn time. I did end up picking those up, and they were really cute. The mermaids. Thought those were sweet. Something different. Little salt and peppers. In my next video, I'll do a haul and show you everything that I did end up getting. Yeah, there's a McCoy owl there. This was a 50% off. Now we're in where all of the cases are. This was 50% off. So I was just kind of looking a little closer to see what they had. Really didn't see too much that I was interested in. There's neat stuff, but nothing that I really dig into too much. Some things I will like make and craft and create with, but nothing in there today. So even if I'm not picking things up for resale per se, I do pick it up to make things with sometimes. Here's my husband. He's ahead of me. He always is. He's actually pretty close compared to normal. Typically, I'm way far behind him. kinds of different stuff, some books. Oh, look at that's a unicycle and a dollhouse. And then here, this is like an antique mall here now, and they also do clean outs. So back here they have their own booths where they have everything in there is $5, and it's 20% off the $5. So I always check them out. They're usually a little dirtier, like they haven't cleaned up the stuff, so it needs to be washed or whatever. But sometimes you can get some great deals in there. And then they do have other stuff as well that they price a little bit higher. And these, again, are other people's booths. So I just take a quick glance around there. You do have typical antiques, but then also and collectibles and vintage. But then also more of like the flea market type of stuff, even though it is an antique mall. They do have some newer stuff in there as well. Just looking around, seeing what they have. I love that orange. I'm doing a voiceover because of the music. They had so much music going on and whatever. But right here, I don't know if you could see it when we spin around. There was like a frog that was motion censored, and it kept ribbiting at me every time I moved. And it did that for quite a long time. I was like, what the heck? But yeah, it's interesting. He was sitting there. Here we go again. These are their little booths, or their little cases that the antique mall themselves have. And again, most stuff is $5. Sometimes it's marked differently. You find some interesting things. Some things I don't even know what they are. Some things I don't think they know what they are. I think they just put them in there. They're like bits and pieces of stuff. But hey, why not? A little bit all over. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Some stuff is so funny. And it just makes me laugh. Like, I find the silliest things. Like, look at, like, this fish. I think it was a squishy fish, like, a squeaker toy. It had better days, I'm sure. But it was still cute. I wish it was cleaned up because I liked the shape of it and its big eyes. Super kitschy. That right there, that trumpet is like a big candle, like a girly candle. And it is, I thought it was really big. So it was entertaining me. And that thing has a face on it. Which... And we just passed the bunny with the red eyes. Like, why did bunnies have red eyes? Why do they? It wasn't even a white bunny. So I don't know. And that guy's picking his nose. Yep, the little mouse picking his nose. See, these are the things that I see, and this is why I miss all the good stuff, because I'm busy seeing all the ridiculousness that most people, I think, don't really notice. You got to see this one doll coming up in a minute, and the hair this doll has. I don't know what was going on with it. Some figurines there. Spin around. There, that doll there you're going to see in front of those locks. Her hair is like little tiny pieces of hair. I don't know. Again, a lot of Fisher Price. They have the Fisher Price from the different toy fests that they had in East Aurora, New York. Growing up, we used to go and see them. To the right here, this person makes these tables, and they use all the different old tools and chains and that kind of thing, which is really neat. I thought they were fun. Yeah, we were talking about how the tools still had some of their original color you could see, which was nice. And then they put their name in it using a chain. And I think I'll see, there you go. And then they use the chain to put that in there. And then I think they put like a resin over the top, which I thought was a nice finish. Yeah, just something different and interesting to see. What else do we have? I didn't even notice that glass there when I was walking through, which is funny how you don't even notice those things. The phone is making me laugh. I remember as a kid, the cord getting all tangled up and having to stand on a chair so that it would unwind itself properly. Get all stretched out. My dad would get mad. Those were molds for dolls, or that one looked like Bugs Bunny, to make the different dolls. So they were made of metal of some sort. I have to laugh. Those are blow up hangers, which I thought were fun. Flower power. Groovy. There's an elephant. In case you didn't know it was an elephant, I'm letting you know there's an elephant. I know. Good commentary, right? Some different things. I don't know. That Coca-Cola thing in the back was, I'm sure, a repro, but it was fun. This lady here, I think, I just love the way that she has everything displayed. She does a really nice job. It makes me want to come in. It makes me want to look around and see what she has. It's just a cute little place to be in and to look around. And I like her groupings and the way she has it all put together. Those were just some empty boxes, but they were fun. Some little tumblers and juice glasses. Some little grinders up there. Here I'm bringing down, and I think I'll show you a little closer, where like some cake toppers. Interesting. Not my thing, but they were interesting. Sometimes I'll pick them up if I get a good deal on a bunch of them, but not like that. I won't. And then I forget I'm recording sometimes, and I don't show you guys everything, which is fun. And I don't even know what I'm working with. Those were just some picks of sorts, like some stir sticks. Again, I really just like the way she has everything laid out. Here I am spinning around because, it's been a little while since I spun you around. We're looking at some more. That's a lot of brass. I think we're back out now in the regular part of the antique mall where they have their booths. Their cabinets, actually. Wait till you see at the end of this, there's some glass in there. I really liked that piece right there on the left with the blue. I think there was a chip on it, though, and it kind of bummed me out. Yeah, at the end, there's some really neat stuff that somebody makes, and I was excited to get those on video to share with you because they were pretty cool stuff for the seasons and the holiday for fall. Some jewelry. I'll pick up jewelry here and there, but nothing that I'm crazy about. I really love glass as much as I love it. I don't pick it up all that often. You can see my reflection. I'm fanning myself down with my little pad of paper they give you to write down what you want. This was really cool. I think it was Northwood, maybe? Is that how you say? I think that's what it was. I don't know. It was early 1900s. Here's those things that I was telling you about that they make. That up there was $100. It was all made for Halloween and stuff. Look at this eyeball jar, which I thought was interesting how they put that together. They just did a really good job, like assembling all these pieces and then putting them up for sale. Some of them were super creepy, but in a classy way. Like, I don't know, they're made so well. And then some, I think they may be selling that somebody else, that were manufactured, but a lot of them I think they did do themselves too. And like I said, some stuff is just so creepy, but so well done. Then they have like these little heads down there, these little zombie heads in boxes. I don't know. So silly, right? They're pretty great, right? I loved them. Oh, and there's Amelia Bedelia. I was talking about that with my husband because I used to love Amelia Bedelia when I was a kid. Here we go. Now we're in a little antique shop that we went to, and I'm just showing you a little bit here as we walk in. There's some really loud talkers in there, so I don't think that I got so much recorded in here. And it was the first time I was in this antique shop, so it was interesting to see and talk to the guy, learn a little from him, and he was asking me questions too, which was fun. There goes the dog. His name's Oliver. Hi, Oliver. And someone must be here for him to bark at. So there's a crock there. Kind of cool. I always like those trays, and again with the glass. This was upstairs in that place. I love that clock. So much fun. Let's see. Is this the same? This is a different place now. We've gone down the road. This is more of an antique mall. They made those into lamps there. Different kinds of lights. They had this really old book I was looking at there. There it is. But I guess it wasn't as old as it looked. It was like from the 40s, but it was, it looked old. My husband was telling me that it had all different kinds of stuff in there. It was like, I thought it was an encyclopedia, and it was, but it was an encyclopedia of information and not specifics. I don't know. It had like all kinds of music and stuff in it. It was interesting. So I don't know if I'll show them here, but here they make this is all concrete, but they had on there these little fish, and they almost looked like the chalkware fish the way they did them. It was so fun. Again, just showing you around some of the things that they have available. This one's a little more curated. Yeah, I don't know what we're looking at. We're all over the place. Let's see. I'm not sure if I find much else right here. I know I'm going to look through these little bags and see. I know they had like marbles and stuff. I think they were like maybe $2 a bag for the marbles. I just wasn't sure. Marbles confuse me. I don't know what is a good pickup and what is not when it comes to marbles. Which ones are old and which ones are not. But I really do love grab bags. You never know what you're going to get in there, and that's fun. This was like a stage, kind of like, it wasn't a stage, it was the window, but it was like up like a stage, so it was up a couple steps. And they had stairs there, so you could walk up there, and I'm like, oh gosh, I'll probably fall. I'll just lean over. This was really neat. I liked this if I show you. Yeah, look at that cat. I thought that was fun, but it was $15, and I didn't think I'd be able to get my money back. All right, and that's the end. Thank you so much for joining me. Please join again.